Cami from Just Breathe Yoga, and we're going to do a little back pain flow today, and I'm really hopeful that it can help relieve, maybe reveal also, but relieve some of your pain and tightness in your back. And just know that I will have a ball video that will accompany this video that I'll include the link below, and then you can do those simultaneously or one right after another, and to give you a little daily relief. So let's get started in child's pose. So different ways to do child's pose. Some people really love wide leg and knee on each edge, and then sinking the hips down, toes together. If that feels great, then just rest down your forehead on the floor. If the forehead doesn't want to reach the floor, then bring the floor closer to you with a block and just sink into that. Sometimes some people prefer the knees together. So find what's most comfortable for you and just breathe. One more deep breath here, and then we're going to rise up into cat, into all fours for some cat-cow. So starting in neutral, shoulders and stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. We're going to arch our back, and this is called cow pose. So we're looking up, stretching the front of the body, and then exhaling and stretching the back side of the body. Spreading the shoulder blades, tucking the tailbone, and bringing chin to chest. When you need to breathe again, inhale your body into the arched cow position, and then exhale it to cat. I always like to think Halloween cat. And just go through the motions there. Close your eyes. Don't worry about my timing. Worry about your breath leading the movement. Something that anybody with low back pain issues would benefit from on a daily basis. So coming back to neutral, we're going to take the right arm and sweep it up into a twist, and then exhale and reach it through, attempting to bring the head and the shoulder to the floor. Trying to keep the hips over the knees as best as you can. Now you can leave this hand here or raise it to the sky. Or some people like to drape it behind their backs. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Close your eyes, go inside. And then we're going to plant the hand and sweep the arm up and move your body. I'm going to turn around. Move your body into kind of a side plank. So we're going to kick that left foot out behind us and the right foot to the edge of the mat, and open up, stretch, lengthen. And then if it feels good, draw that arm over the head and give yourself a really nice opening side bend. We always want to create space when we're thinking of back and relieving pain and tightness. So this is a nice side body opener. Good, and then bring that arm down and return to that neutral all fours position. And just do maybe 1 or 2 cat-cows. Now we're going to take the left arm and sweep it up. Reaching up, notice maybe it'll feel a little different from one side to the next. Exhale and sweep the arm under, reaching the head and the shoulder to the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and sweep that arm up. And then spin the right foot behind off the mat. Extend the left and open everything up. Create space in the shoulder joints. Even lift up out of the hip. So you create space. And then if it feels okay on your back, everything should be done slowly, carefully. And if it doesn't feel good, please retreat back. This is a lovely side opener. Creates space between the ribs, stretches those intercostal muscles that are between each of your ribs. Make sure you breathe and then bring that arm down, spin it back to all fours. And go ahead and just cat-cow that tension. We want to make sure we don't carry any tension as we move into the next exercise. So here, this is a very great strengthening exercise, spinal balance. Some people call it bird dog. So we're going to extend the right leg behind us and the left arm. Now, there's multiple ways to do this. If the back is really fussy, try just the arm. Engage the core and hold that. If it feels okay and there's some strength back there, you can lift that back leg and breathe. And just really push into the wall behind you. Keeping that core engaged and then bring it down. This is a nice little tension releaser, just wagging your tail, wagging your head. Now we're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to extend that left leg, extend the right arm, see how that feels first, and then lift that leg if all is well. And again, this is such a good strengthener. Keep the core tight and breathe. Try not to hold the breath. Good deal. Bring it down. Spread your knees just a teeny bit and do some circles. Again, we build up tension and then we release tension. We don't want to keep tension in the mix as we move from one thing to the next. Go ahead and circle the other way. Keep the core engaged, always supporting that low back. That's what your abdominal muscles are there for, amongst other things. So now we're going to just kind of open up our all fours position and come into knee plank. So attempting to move the body into a straight line, shoulders over wrists. And then we're just going to rock back and forth from knee plank to child's. So exhale as you move into child's. And when you need to take a breath, inhale and crawl your fingers up a little. Find your plank. Exhale. This is a super gentle exercise for mobility. And if it seems too easy for you, then you can always take it to full plank. And then bring it back to child's. Let's do one more of those. And just really stretch, pull that tailbone down and hold. Breathe deeply. And then we're going to pull it back up. And then exhale. On our exhale, take the elbows. We're going to spin those biceps forward. Those elbow pits is what I like to call them. And exhale, lower to chaturanga, through chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Again, an excellent back strengthener. Strong back, less pain. Exhale, and then you can press back to child's, and then knee plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's. Inhale, knee plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's. Sink it back into child's, and then creep the left arm to the side and take this right arm and pick it up and kind of gently throw it, and try to meet up with that left side and find another really long side stretch, pressing the opposite hip into the ground. The right hip. Feeling a mighty stretch there. And then take the right arm to the side and wing the left arm over and sink that in. You'll find one side can sink a little bit better than the other. Breathe into that. Good, and then return back to center. We're gonna come back up on our knees and prepare for down dog. So if down dog is difficult to do from the floor, there are ways you can do it with the blocks. So you're not as far from the floor. You raise up. That might be a little bit easier. You can do it from the wall, where you're just pushing off of a wall or a chair. I will do the rest of the demo on the floor. So with down dog, again, we want those elbow pits forward, our arms in external rotation. And then exhale, put a little bend in your knees, and we really are more interested about keeping our backs, our spine straight than our legs. The legs will come. The hamstrings will start to straighten eventually over time. And if they never do, that's fine. We just want your back and your spine low. And take a couple more breaths here. And then we're just gonna step through and find our forward fold. Let's keep the forward fold. Since we're talking back pain here, let's support that forward fold into more of a halfway lift to keep the spine. We don't really want to put a lot of pressure on these vertebrae by folding. We want to keep that low back straight. So just take some deep breaths here. Maybe use your arms out to the side to create a little bit of resistance. Let gravity try to pull us down a little bit harder and resist that pull of gravity. Strengthening all along the back muscles. And then let's bring it up. Again, straight spine. Lifting up, reaching overhead, creating length, and then bringing it down to mountain pose. Finding your mountain pose. All 10 toes forward. Engage those inner thighs so it feels like you're spinning your knees forward. And then keep Keep a nice little curve in your low back. Let the shoulder blades relax down the back. Tighten the abdominal area. And then close your eyes and see how that feels in your body. Is your weight on your heels? Is your weight more on your right or your left? Kind of notice where your weight lands and even it up, and try to get most of your weight over onto your heels rather than the front of your feet. See if you can lift up all 10 toes. And then just relax, and this is what I call a washing machine, where it's a very relaxed twist, and maybe it feels better to open up the legs and just relax. And a washing machine. And then come back to mountain, and we're going to lift up and drop your left arm. I'll keep it mirrored, and then just a nice easy side bend to give our spine some lateral flexion. Up again, grow your spine, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale and side bend to the other side. Let's do one more each on each side, lifting up, exhaling. Maybe your body can bend a little bit further when you need an inhale. Raise it up and exhale and side bend. Good. A little tension build up. Let's take and get rid of that tension. Bring that down. And washing machine. Just really floppy, really relaxed. And then we're going to take and bring your hands back to that halfway lift point. Lengthen through the crown of your head, and then just see if you can bend your knees a little bit and keep that spine straight and forward fold just a little. Go with your back, the tolerance or what your back can tolerate. And then just do that a couple more times. Straighten the legs, extend the crown of the head forward, exhale, and a little bit of hamstring stretch, but not rounding. We don't want to round and tuck that tail. We want to keep that tail up and fold just to the point where you don't go into that rounded back. One more time, inhale, lengthen, exhale, relax. Go ahead and either move your blocks to the side or allow them to help you down. We're going to come back down to the mat and onto the floor. Lowering down gently, bringing the knees in, and go ahead and just rock side to side. Little low back massage, maybe some circles. And circle it the other way. And then go ahead and open up your feet. Place them on the edges of the mat. Get kind of centered here. Take a deep breath and then just kind of exhale and let the legs flop over. See how that feels. See if notice where the tension is and see if you can allow the body to release that tension. And then bring it up and exhale to the other side. Releasing, relaxing. One more time on each side. Noticing, feeling, becoming a student of your body. And then bring it back in. Now, I want you to just see how this feels with the feet together and the knees apart. And and just try to breathe into that position. If that doesn't agree with your back or your body, then come back to constructive rest or Ardha Shavasana. Feet flat on the floor. Find just a really comfortable way to relax it. Take some deep breaths. This is a nice, easy way to start dealing with your back pain. This flow. Anything that's uncomfortable, skip it. But if you feel like it might be a gentle way to start strengthening and stretching your back, that's the intention. So we're going to do one little bridge lift. And so with your feet and your knees, hopefully in a straight line, lift up into bridge pose. And if it feels good to clasp those arms together, pressing down through the arms while you press the hips up. Let's hold that for a few breaths. Again, another excellent back strengthener, but really decide if it's working for your body, working with your body. When you need to come down, come down. We'll do one more breath here. And then see if you can just gently allow each vertebrae to come down one at a time. And maybe a little quick knee to chest. And then again, find that comfortable place and either do your little Shavasana here. Some people like the feet on the edges of the mat with the knees together. Some people that doesn't feel good with. So find your happy place, and if your happy place is legs drawn out, if that doesn't bother your back, then allow Shavasana to take place here. Just going to breathe here. Let everything drop. Let everything relax. Release all the tension in your body. Focusing on the breath. And the weight of your body being cradled by the earth. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. Please stay here as long as you would like. And when you do feel ready, gently bring your knees up. They are straight and just roll to the side. And use your elbow and your hand to press yourself up gently, keeping that back relaxed. And coming into a seated pose or whatever feels good. Maybe you're still on your back. Hopefully you are still on your back. So thank you so much for joining. I sincerely hope this helps your low back pain and tightness. And I have another video that accompanies this video, specifically using this Coregeous ball made by Yoga Tune Up, and it is a game changer and will really help bring some relaxation and even just a very peaceful, loving feel to your back. And they're just $12. You can go to my website and find them there. And if you don't already have one, a lot of you do have one, so you'll love it. And again, thank you so much for coming. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video. I I really hope it helps. This is why we do it. Please like and subscribe, and you can expect new videos every week to help deal with your pain and tightness. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.